to another speaker preview. This may be the preview of speaker previews because what we have right now, or actually who we have right now, is an absolute legend in the partnership space. Our good friend Rich Gardner, and Rich and I have known each other for a while. Interesting, this is the first time we're actually meeting virtually. So Rich, welcome to Catalyst, and great to have you.
Asher, I'm thrilled to be here, and thank you for the kind words. You're really building up our session at Catalyst, but I'm excited for that. I like the pressure.
Well, I think you will get a pass, but Greg Portnoy for sure, Shard, isn't going to get a pass because he's been hijacking LinkedIn for like, I don't know, what is it, month number 7 now?
Yeah, but hey, man, at least his stuff is good.
Yes,
Not all the stuff out there is good. I give Greg a lot of credit.
totally. So tell us a little bit about where you are, right, in your journey, and
Sure.
then tell us a little bit about what people can expect from your session at Catalyst.
Yeah, sure. So in terms of my journey goes way back. I used to have hair,
Yeah.
Asher. So for the last 20 years or so, I've been leading partnerships and business development teams at tech-enabled businesses and SaaS companies. And I just recently left Klaviyo, which is the leading marketing automation platform for e-commerce businesses, where I was the SVP of partnerships for the last 5 years. For those who know Klaviyo and who know e-commerce, you know the last 5 years have been a wild growth story for a lot of our businesses, and that was no different at Klaviyo. We grew from $70 million ARR when I joined to over 700 million in the last earnings call. So there were a lot of lessons learned, Asher, on that journey. And I'm excited to share some of those lessons with the Catalyst crowd, and frankly, to learn from a lot of the people who will be not just speaking on stage, but in the audience. The question that Greg and I have been spending a lot of time on for our session is, how do you get CEOs aligned with a partnership strategy? And why is it important? And what are some trouble spots along the way in that kind of conversation? I'm just going to preview a little bit of that because I want to make sure that there are people in the seats in Chicago to hear the good stuff. But one thing I would say now, just as a preview, is it's really important in my experience that a partner strategy be top down. And what I mean by that is, if it's just a partnerships leader, Asher, who's banging the table for partnerships, that's not enough. It's too easy for a function like partnerships to get lost in sales, to get lost in marketing, to get lost in customer success, to get lost in product even. Too easy to get lost. Why? Because partnerships is not always as black and white as some of those other functions. And to a CEO, Asher, who has limited time, she needs to know clearly, why does this matter? How does it fit in with everything else? And that's our job as the partner leader, to get that alignment from day one, top down with our CEO, so they can help us push down to the rest of the organization, whatever we're trying to do.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. So for the folks listening to this video, we promised a very curated agenda for Catalyst this year. It's a lot of work, but it's really good work. And we came up with 10 questions that people asked to answer at the event. And this question of how do you keep your CEO aligned, and how do you build a relationship with the CEO, and what are the things that matter to him or her, was number one. And I'm thrilled that both you and Greg, for one, like, you're both in e-commerce, you both know each other. Greg is who I would consider a future CPO. You are a CPO, and so like the fact that the two of you are doing this together is super exciting, and I think our audience will get a ton of value out of this. So I'll see. Thank you so much again for spending some time with us, Rich, in Chicago, and then I will see you in a few weeks.
It's my pleasure. I'm excited to be there with you and everybody else, and to learn from all of us who'll be there.
Super. See ya.
See you in Chicago.